Good evening, Vicksburg, and Happy New Year. Tonight we will be counting down the top 10 stories of 2022. Links to these stories will be made available in the video description below. I'm Alex Long, and here is your Vicksburg Daily News Year in Review. Jumping right into number 10. A security video posted online in early June shows Warren County resident Cameron Evans being beaten while others stand by and watch. According to Evans, 18-year-old Christian Bordelon responded to something Evans's 11-year-old daughter said by, quote, swinging on them, unquote. Evans then went on to state that he headbutted Bordelon out of defense of his daughter. Shortly thereafter, the father of the 18-year-old, identified by Evans as Timothy Bordelon, is seen on the video showing up and immediately engaging in hitting and subduing Evans, while the younger Bordelon is seen kicking him. Also in this video is former E911 coordinator Shane Gerard, who is observed watching the fight and directing others back into the home while the others were engaged on the porch. The elder Bordelon turned himself in at the sheriff's department with his attorney after the video garnered a huge response from the community. He was charged with felony aggravated assault and was given a $5,000 bond by Judge James Jefferson. On November 29th, around 8:25 a.m., police and first responders were notified of a stabbing at a Motel 6 located on Frontage Road. The first units on the scene reported a woman, identified as Jennifer Lanier, 31 of Vicksburg, who had barricaded herself in room 229 of the motel and that someone had been stabbed. Lanier was shortly taken into custody by Vicksburg police. The victim, identified as Dale Turpin, 37, was found dead within the room. Lanier was charged with murder and given a $1 million bond. Ford Fusion, traveling at a high rate of speed in August, left the roadway on Wisconsin Avenue, crashing into a wooded embankment and taking down power lines. A Vicksburg police officer actually observed the vehicle speeding, but before the officer could initiate a traffic stop, the driver lost control of the vehicle and the joyride came to a violent end. The driver seemed to escape any serious injury, but was still evaluated on the scene. An eyewitness stated another individual ran away from the crash on foot, though it was not confirmed there were any passengers involved or that the runner was connected. Wisconsin Avenue was shut down for a time due to power lines in the roadway. In early December, Vicksburg Warren 911 dispatched deputies to the River Region Emergency Department and found a 27-year-old male with serious injuries.
Vicksburg Warren 911 dispatched deputies to the River Region Emergency Department. There we found a 27-year-old male that had a pretty serious injury to his arm, appeared to be inflicted from a knife. We've taken into custody a 25-year-old female. Right now she's being detained at the sheriff's office. This appeared to be a domestic that occurred in the 500 block of Hartwood.
The patient was later transported to University Medical Center in Jackson in serious condition. Marcus Deshaun Wilson of Vicksburg, also known as Lil Marcus Wilson, was apprehended in Texas in late June after allegedly being found in possession of more than 5 pounds of marijuana inside the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. In 2019, while out on parole, Wilson was arrested for possession of marijuana. In April, Vicksburg police announced that he was being sought for outstanding warrants for a felony possession of cocaine. After his arrest in Texas, he was extradited back to Vicksburg to face drug charges. On Monday, September 19th at approximately 1:16 a.m., a shooting incident was reported by the Claiborne County Hospital. Authorities were informed that the gunshot victim was transported via personal vehicle. When Claiborne County units arrived, Jeremiah Howard, a 15-year-old, died as a result of the gunshot wound he suffered. According to a witness, while traveling on Highway 18, a dark-colored vehicle entered the highway from Citgo store in pursuit of their vehicle. A few seconds later, shots rang out. Malik Gardner, 21, Justin Thomas, 19, Talen Gwynn, 18, and Ajavion Anderson, 21, were each charged with 1 count of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. On Christmas Day, the Claiborne County Sheriff's Department responded to a report of a domestic dispute between 2 brothers that turned deadly. Upon arrival of the scene, deputies noticed a body lying on the ground, identified as Donnell Brenner. Melvin Brenner, the victim's brother, was identified as the shooter and was arrested and charged with manslaughter. On Tuesday, December 27th, Melvin Brenner appeared before Judge Odoms and was denied bail. In a dramatic video that was circling around the internet, former Heidelberg head football coach Jimbo Noel was caught on camera getting into a fistfight at an August Wayne County football game. Noel is shown to be arguing with a man, now identified as Jonathan Dearman, of Waynesboro, before the fight broke out. Witnesses at the event reported Noel smelled of alcohol and seemed to be belligerent before getting into the brawl. Noel was an assistant coach at Vicksburg High during the 2020 season. Unanswered questions surround the case of a missing Fayette man whose decomposing body was found on November 2nd in Taylorsville. Rasheem Carter, 25, was reported missing in early October while staying at a Laurel Hotel and working in Taylorsville. According to the family, in early October, Carter went to the police department in Taylorsville to report that some men in a white truck were after him. In an exclusive interview with the Vicksburg Daily News, Smith County Sheriff Joel Houston responded by saying Rasheem Carter did not indicate he was in any danger when he came to the police department. On Sunday morning, October 2nd, a family friend informed Carter that they were coming to pick him up, but it would take several hours. Once the friend made it to Taylorsville, she could not locate Carter. On November 2nd, Carter's body was discovered in a wooded area in Taylorsville. The body was discovered by the Smith County Sheriff's Office in a pine tree plantation with the help of cadaver dogs from North Mississippi. Houston confirmed a cell phone charger, a vape, all of his bank cards, car keys, and cash was found on the body. As of now, according to the family, the Smith County Sheriff has stated there is no indication of foul play in Carter's death. A Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA, requested by WLBT has uncovered more details surrounding the events that led to the death of two Bay St. Louis police officers and their shooter, Vicksburg native Amy Brogdon Anderson. According to information obtained, Anderson's mother called the Bay St. Louis Police Department just before 3:30 p.m. on December 13th, concerned about her daughter's welfare. Police were told Anderson was out of control. Police were also informed that Anderson may have been under the influence of narcotics. The mother also mentioned there was a loaded pistol with a child inside the home. Another phone call from a family member came in just after midnight stating Anderson was wandering around her house, acting erratically. Police were dispatched to the residence but found no one home. At 3:19 a.m. on December 14th, Anderson is at a Bay St. Louis Motel 6 and asks the desk manager to contact 911. Officers Stephen Robin and Brandon Estorff responded. What happened next is unclear, but after about 40 minutes of conversation, Anderson fired a shot that killed Robin. Estorff and Anderson then exchanged gunfire. Estorff was shot in the arm and head and died as a result of his wounds. Anderson was shot in the chest and died as well. Thank you, Vicksburg, for helping to make us Vicksburg's #1 news outlet. We look forward to serving you in 2023. I'm Alex Long, and this has been your year in review.